All right,
Metro.
Yeah, while we're on congratulations.
Congratulations. Metro found not guilty in the sexual assault rape case that he had.
I think you said in less than an hour he was in court.
This was a criminal thing, right? Or was it civil? Is he found not liable or not guilty? I think it's not liable.
It's civil.
Oh, so you're not liable. Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me. So, yes, congratulations to him for that one.
So I have a question. It was never no criminal charges with this situation? It was always just a civil thing? Okay. Well, yeah, congratulations to him.
And it brought up a question a lot of people are asking because, you know, what accusations do to a person and can do to a person's career and these things, like any type of recourse for the accuser when they found out there wasn't enough evidence for any of this.
Right.
Like you can make an accusation, possibly ruin someone's career,
and nothing happens. No consequence.
Absolutely nothing happens afterwards.
I
you
think
just go on about your life. Like, all right.
Ice, I think the fear for putting up something where it's like, because I used to say that all the time. I would say, I have 2 sons. So it's like, I would always, and most of my friends are males, I would always say, like, if they have concrete proof that this person just pulled that out their ass, they should go to jail, right? But the issue with that is that could, like, push other victims for not telling. And I think that's why that never gets any, like, gas on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the whole victim blaming thing, that's the issue. So many sexual assaults and rapes never get solved, never get, you know what I mean? It's so
hard
many
to prove them
situations.
even if they're true.
Well, that's what I wanted to say.
And
I don't want to assume anything about the details of this case. But, I mean, what we know is that the jury found, what the jury said, the juror said when he left, at least the juror that was interviewed, was that there wasn't enough evidence there. It was just kind of a recollection with fuzzy dates and things like that. Sometimes, and I'm not saying he's guilty or innocent, I'm saying I don't want to jump to the fact that because the jury said that they didn't have enough evidence to find him liable means that she was lying.
Right.
How much time do you need for it to not be jumping when a man says, "Hey, I'm innocent. I didn't do that. I was clear to charges." How much time?
Like, let me give you an example. There was an accuser that accused Chris Brown of some shit last year before last, or something like that.
Yeah.
And he had the receipts. He was like text messages and everything, which totally disproved that.
Yeah. That's a better example to me.
But nothing happened to her either.
Right.
Yeah. I think
that's the point that people keep bringing up, where it's like, there are certain times where, I'm not saying every time, but there are certain times where it's like, okay, this is some bullshit here.
Right.
Because I think there should be something, because I know we don't want to discourage victims from coming forward, but we should find a way to discourage false accusers from coming forward. And it is a very thin line to determine who's the victim and who's a false accuser.
That's the issue.
But if you can be proven to be a false accuser, there should be something to happen to you.
I agree. I think there should be accountability for anybody who lies on people. People lie. I like that example much better, because in this case, what I know of this case, it wasn't like there was a smoking gun that proved that she was lying, as much as it was, which I think is how the law should work, is your word against mine. And no one should go to jail, or in this case, in a civil case, be found liable just because it's my word against yours. I do think that we need more evidence. I agree. But I don't want to assume that because the jury decided to believe him, and it's noteworthy that this is a lower standard, right? It's just a preponderance of evidence, not reasonable doubt, beyond all reasonable doubt, which is an even stronger argument for him. But despite that, I don't want to frame it, and I know you're not doing this, I don't want to frame it as she was lying. But in the case where the evidence is clear, I think there should be recourse. If it's legal recourse, I think that's important, and also civil recourse. Because if I have to get lawyers, there's harm that comes to me through the accusation that will never be recovered.
Correct.
Even if I'm found not guilty. Because if he's found guilty, it's at the top of our story today. I mean, if he's found guilty, it's at the top of our story. Him being found not guilty goes to the bottom of the news wires, right? The problem is,
and the accusation still stays.
And the accusation stays there. The problem is, a lot of times, in addition to the power imbalance, there's also money imbalance. So the person who accuses, say, Chris Brown, what can I get from that person, right? Chris Brown has far more to lose than could ever be recovered if he's exculpated, and that's the challenge sometimes. You can sue him all you want. What you gonna get?
She needs community service or something. She go pick up some leaves like I had to go do.
Or pay his court costs. But
with what?
I seen
they suing because they broke.
I seen a documentary. It's a
Well,
documentary.
the false accusation. Let me be
There's
clear.
a documentary out right now where they follow these girls that were charged. Like they accused some people, if they weren't found guilty, and they basically charged them with whatever in their little small town. But when they looked back over it, they were wrong. So that's why they kind of tell the story like that. But I think that that's the whole tug and pull, because what would be the other reason why nothing happens to you? Especially when you talk about, you can look at certain girls that have done that to more than one person, or a person that is rich and is popular, like Chris Brown, where it's constantly happening. You know what I mean? Like, you would think. But even when we watched the deposition with Cardi B, and this girl's telling this cockamamie ass story that any of us, if we hear it, don't sound right? But you still can get that far up just chasing the check. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I don't know. I think that's the only thing that holds it back. But it's such a problem. Like, that's such a big deal if you were getting that wrong, and especially being black, because they get it wrong so much in court with us. It's like, are we really pushing for some, you know what I mean, for any other laws or any, you know what I mean? When they get us wrong all the time. Like, they never hear us, you know? We always go to jail. Don't
Speaking
pass
of going
go.
to jail,
No, I have his statement here. I think it's important to read at least some of it. Metro says, I'm grateful and thankful to God that I can finally put all of this nonsense behind me. Based off of how I treat others and represent myself, never in a million years would I have thought I could be accused of such a disgusting and heinous act. Today I took a victory in court, but in reality there's a long list of losses I stacked up this year. In this year-long process of clearing my name and reputation.
I'm sure.
The very large amount of money and time wasted based off of someone else's greed, coupled with the incalculable amount of money and opportunities that did not make it to me, or my team during this time. Metro Boomin is more than a stage name or family-friendly brand, but a superhero in the eyes of many children and adults around the world. I'm sure I don't have to put in any more words on how devastating these false claims may have been to many. Lastly, the trauma my family and I have endured during this dark period can never be forgiven. I legally adopted my youngest brother. All right, well, I don't need all of that, but you get the point of what Metro is saying. Like, congratulations to Metro, you win, but what do you win?
Right.
No, you don't win.
You win. You don't. Less than you started at.
I lost time. I lost money. My reputation takes a hit no matter what the verdict said.
And he just lost his mom. Didn't he just lose his
Yes.
mom?
Yeah.
So that means his mom passed without seeing that you know what I mean? He was vindicated.
Cleared it.
Cleared. That sucks.
Did this exist then? This is that old?
When did she pass? Recently, right?
She
Hasn't been a
mom's
while.
passed recently.
Yeah, she hasn't been going for that
last
long.
year or something.
That's all right.
oh yeah, the case is
yeah,
going
the
on.
case.
Yes.
Longer than,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Congratulations to Metro Boomin.
Yeah, for sure.
Neutral Budden.